Welcome to Obstacle Running Adventures.
What kind of pre-race conversation should people be having with their pit crew?
Oh, I love this topic. So my biggest thing about the pit crew is before the race, it's a democracy. During the race, it's a dictatorship. So, because you'll have race brain. You will not
Hmm.
be up to like your normal mentation, like we call it like altered mental status, like in
Okay.
the medical field. That's basically you at 3 o'clock in the morning in a 24-hour race. So, talk with your pit crew, like line up everything, be like, okay, like at this hour, I'm going to need like Tylenol. At this hour, I'm going to need to change this, or, like this is the food that I might want at this hour, like go through all those things and like talk about it before the race and organize everything. So like I'm like, Ziploc bags with Sharpies saying, okay, this is for like cold weather. This is for, like caffeine food. This is, start out with this food that has less caffeine and then start building up in the night. Like go over all of those things with your pit crew beforehand. However, during the race, just shut up and listen to them. And it's just literally just they're gonna tell you what to do, just do it and go. Like literally just don't even think. Like now, to a point, obviously, there are some times where you're like, for like I remember last year and my girlfriend Liz was like, oh, here's like, one of this food. I was like, but that's my advice for pit crews is to have like a variety of things or options
Hmm.
because you're going to be thinking with your eyes instead of words. So when you come through, you're going to be like, that. And they're gonna keep asking, "What do you want?" You're like, "I don't know. I don't know what I want. I don't even know
Right.
who I
Like
am anymore."
15 hours in, I don't know anything.
Yes, yeah. So like, have options for food. Basically, is my biggest thing. Like for the pit, for the racers, and also lie to your racer. If you're a pit crew, like lie to them. Like you look amazing. You've never looked so great. You look so strong. You're kicking ass. And like then when they leave, then you can be like, "Oh God, they look awful." Like because it's hard. Like I've never been on the pit crew side, but I can only imagine like
Hmm.
watching your racer come in. You're like, oh God, I just wanna hug them and bring them into the tent and warm them up. Like it's counterintuitive for like how we are in relationships.
Right.
So just lie.
Yeah.
You look
I
amazing.
remember 2018, 2019, I pit crew for Mike, but then also Jason
Yeah,
Dupree. And the
yeah,
first year we had a tent with sleeping bags, and Jason's like, I'm just gonna lay down and take a nap. And we were kind of like, oh, if that's what you want to do, like knock yourself out. But the
yeah.
next year we didn't even bring a tent or a sleeping bag, and we're
No,
like, nope, sorry, not a choice.
yeah,
Like you're
yep.
going back out there. Like we don't even have a chair for you. Bye.
Oh my goodness. I've had that. Like, went in not World Toughest Mudder, but in Sweden for the Ultra World Championships. And it was, I mean, myself, Atkins, everybody else, it was so cold. It was like 20 degrees. Everything was
Hmm.
it was miserable out there. And it literally took our pit crews to be like, get back out there. No, you
Hmm.
stop sitting down, get back out
Yep.
because you're gonna want there's times that you might want to quit, so like your pit crew has to kind of that's why I said like dictatorship. Nope, like you said, nope, you're not laying down, get back out there, stop
Yep.
whining, you paid for this.
I'm
I'm
like,
out
not
here
a
for you.
choice. Do
Yep.
5 more miles and then we'll talk.
Exactly.
Perfect. And then Will Hicks famously has said that spouses and significant others should not be pit crew. How do you feel about that?
I don't agree with that. I think honestly, I mean, this is, you know, you can
I
see
love
behind me
that
like my
picture.
if it wasn't for Liz, like I wouldn't have gotten through. Like I wouldn't have gone 110 miles. Like it also helps that Liz is a racer. She has experience with like ultras and she also like has a really awesome, like she knows so much about like fitness and nutrition and everything. So she
Hmm.
has the background, but regardless, I think it's actually awesome as long as you have that conversation beforehand to say, like, okay, I'm going to look miserable, lie to me. I might be kind of snappy at times, ignore it. And honestly, it's kind of I'm not like a marriage counselor or anything like that, but it's kind of counseling actually, because you can actually get through that because people are not their best selves at times, a lot of times. So like you can kind of be like, okay, he doesn't mean anything personal towards me. I'm gonna fix him up, send him back out there, and then you talk about it afterwards. You're like, yeah, sorry, I snapped you. It's like it's all right, you were tired.
Right.
You know, like it's actually a good like kind of bonding experience, I think, actually for relationships, and maybe can make a relationship stronger.
I
Sorry,
agree.
Will, I disagree with you.
Nope, I will be sending Will this clip being like, sorry, Josh Fiore agrees with
Oh,
me and
oh no,
you're
I
wrong.
very much agree with a lot of things that Will says. He's a very smart man, but this I have to disagree with.